Izzo, what it do, man? Before we get started, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, comment, like, share the video. Lil Nas X, we got to talk about him. We have to. I just found out about it. He said something crazy yesterday. Crazy, crazy. I never heard any celebrity say anything like this, and there's no backlash. There's nothing at all about it. I'm gonna get to that. I actually want to talk about Nicki Minaj real quick. Made a video about her yesterday, right? About her stance on the vaccine. And it ties into the Lil Nas X. I'm gonna put it all together for you. But she put out the realest tweet I've ever heard a celebrity, especially a black one, put out in recent memory. It's a dope tweet. Um, Backstory: Tucker Carlson gave Nicki Minaj props on her vaccine stance. Only that. Her stance basically is do your homework, do your research. Don't let anybody pressure you or bully you into getting the vaccine. When you're ready, you do it at your own time. Yada yada yada. Tucker Carlson gave her props on that part of her stance on the vaccine, and it's not like she's out there telling people don't get the vaccine, f the vaccine. She's just saying for what she's doing, right? Nothing wrong with that. So he gives her some props for it, and she tweets out what he said about her on his show, and she received backlash for it. Just for agreeing with something that Tucker Carlson said, because he's the enemy, right? That's what we're told. He's the enemy. You can never agree with anything his side says about anything. So she put out this tweet, and you could tell she's fed up with the nonsense, with the playing of the games. And I'm gonna just show you the tweet right now. She says, right. I can't speak to, agree with, even look at someone from a particular political party. She's talking about the Republicans. People aren't human anymore. If you're black and a Democrat tells you to shove marbles up your ass, you simply have to. Let me read that part again. If you're black and a Democrat tells you to shove marbles up your ass, you simply have to. If another party tells you to look out for that bus, you just got to stand there and get hit. Sheesh. You want to talk about hitting a nail on the head? That's it right there. That is exactly how the game goes. If you're a black celebrity of any kind of stature, you are not allowed to go against the Democratic Party. The black celebrities are owned by the Democratic parties. Yes, they are. They're owned by them. They're owned by whatever profession they're in. They're not allowed to speak out against anything that goes against the agenda or the narrative being pushed by the Democratic Party and the media and social media. They're not allowed to at all. So don't listen to these rappers when they talk about their bosses and their self-made, self-paid. No, they're not. They're not allowed to speak about anything other than racism. That's the only thing they're allowed to speak about is racism. Now, you don't believe me? Now, you can do your homework on the Nicki Minaj tweets and all of that. She's not saying anything crazy. Not a single prominent black person, celebrity, athlete, actor, activist has come to her defense saying, you know what? She's right. Free choice. It's your body. No, not a single person at all. That's how you know it's true. They're not allowed to speak on these kind of things. They get punished for doing so. That's why she's not receiving any backlash. Now, how this ties into the Lil Nas X, I'm going to show you the Lil Nas X video right now. He was on the Breakfast Club yesterday doing an interview. They asked him about his feelings on kids watching his videos.
You feel the pressure of, I see it all the time. Parents be like, you have a responsibility because kids are watching. Yeah, that Cardi B had that same, and Nicki had that same problem. Do you feel like, how did your kids?
I feel like I used to, but now it's just like, oh, like fuck your kids. Not like fuck your kids. That's exactly what you just said. You just gave them another headline, Montero. Okay, what agenda is that? The fuck your kids agenda? It's like, we really get one chance to do this, at least to my knowledge. I don't know, like what happened to the guy or not. So it's like I'm not about to pander to your kids or you like anybody, like even even have to do this with my family members, you know, like because my family members may not always agree with what I'm doing, or like whoever I'm dating, like they may not agree, but it's like you really truly want to live by, you know, this is our life. We used to do this shit, so anybody else has to really say about it. You know, I would say when
You heard that? He said, F your kids. F them. F them. F you too. If you don't like what he's doing. F them. Yeah, I don't care what your kids, I don't care if your kids watch shit. Don't let them watch my videos, right? It doesn't work that way, brother. It doesn't work that way. Now, mind you, this video happened yesterday. It's almost been 24 hours. Have you heard a single black celebrity, athlete, actor, activist, news commentator, anybody speak against it? Where's the black church at? Where the black mothers at? Where the black fathers at? Where's the black community at? Period. There's a bunch of black YouTubers going off on it. They don't have a major platform. Like they're not actors, they're not celebrities, they don't have a million followers on Twitter. Not a single person has spoken out against these comments that Lil Nas X said. I just had to watch Fat Joe go on an apology rant for calling a black female a dusty bitch. He had to go on. The internet was outraged about it. Outraged because he said those words about a black female. And he had to go apologize a billion times for it. Lil Nas X says, F your kids and F you if you don't like his music. Shh, crickets. Crickets. Why? Black people are not allowed to speak out against the narrative or against any agenda. Lil Nas X is an agenda. He is an agenda. He was put there to disrupt your kids' minds. You don't believe me? Let me tell you about Lil Nas X. They conned us with him. They pulled a con job. Okay, they called it the Kansas City Shuffle. If you ever watched the movie Lucky Number 11, classic movie, bunch of dope actors in it. Kansas City Shuffle is they make you look at this hand while they do what they do with this hand. That's what they did with Lil Nas X. When he came out with that song Old Town Country Road. Great song, great backstory behind it. One of the things I found bizarre about that, about when he came out was they had him in schools. They put him in so many schools performing that song. They got the kids hooked on it. The song became like an anthem for little kids. My kids were in school at the time. My oldest were probably about maybe 7, 8 years old. I would go to their school functions. That was one of the things they sang, songs they sang. They damn near put it up there with the Pledge of Allegiance. Singing Old Town Country Road. They did it at graduations. All these videos of him online at these schools. I posted a video with him at a school, and it was a dope video because it was a school auditorium. They didn't know he was there. They had like kids from kindergarten to 5th grade, and he just came out on the stage. The kids lost their minds. They started singing Old Town Country Road. I mean, the whole auditorium is about 200 kids, all locked. Like, it was singing it perfectly, all together, no missteps, just singing it. And I thought it was a dope video, and they posted it. So the song got, and I posted it. So the song got so big, right? So big, so huge, so many awards, so many breaking things it did, remixes and all that. He got a lot of love and praise for the song. And then boom. Oh yeah, he's gay, by the way. It's like, huh? Oh, he's gay. Where'd that come from? And where did it come from? That's what they did. They knew he was gay the whole time. They made sure you did not know. They waited until you were hooked on him. Especially the kids. They waited till the kids were hooked on him. So now you find out that he's gay, but it's too late at that point. The job's already done because now your kids know who he is. So anything he does now, the kids are going to remember him for Old Town Country Road, and they're just going to naturally click on his name when they see it on this video, and they're going to watch it. Now, you notice everything after that video, right? That song, that feel-good song, where he was just a regular guy. We didn't know anything about his sexual orientation or anything like that. Everything after that has been, you know what it's been. It's been horrible. Horrible. Something your kids definitely shouldn't be watching. And it should not be exposed to anything he does in his videos now. But unfortunately, the game they played, yeah, it worked. It worked. Like I said, they made sure they fell in love with him first. So now, anytime a kid sees Lil Nas, they're just going to naturally click on the video to see what he's doing. And he's very unapologetic about it. He has a very naive stance on it, saying, well, it's your kids, you should be watching them. Very naive and goofy thing to say. If you're a parent and you have kids, you know you can't monitor them every second of the day, especially with tablets and cell phones and YouTube. You just can't. You just cannot. So when people are telling you, maybe you should tone it down, be a little more responsible, because kids will know who you are and they will click on your stuff, and you just say, I don't care, F them. Yeah, that speaks volumes. And what's even worse, in my opinion, is the fact that nobody in the black community is stepping out, has enough courage to come out and oppose this kind of behavior. None. But if a rapper says anything about the LGBT community, the uproar is instantly to the point where it is so severe and swift that their careers are in jeopardy if they say anything. One sentence could ruin your whole career. But for Lil Nas X, he can say and do whatever he wants. If that's not an agenda, you tell me what is. Please do. Please do. I'm going to put the link to the video in the description. But like I said, Lil Nas X is definitely he's part of the agenda. He is not hip hop. He's not a rapper. They keep calling him a hip hop artist and a rapper. He's not. He's not hip hop. He doesn't represent hip hop. He doesn't represent black culture. If you even think about it, do you ever see Lil Nas X in the community? Do you ever see him hanging with his bros? Or where's he from? Where's he come from? I've never seen him in a black setting, barbershop, anywhere around black people. I've never seen that. So what part of the black culture is he from? Where's he at? Where's he at? Because obviously, whoever he's around, they're not doing a good job of teaching him ropes and how things should go, and the responsibility he has as a black man, first and foremost, as a black man, to your community. They're not teaching him anything about that because obviously he doesn't care. And like I said, he's not part of the black community. I live in the black community. I don't hear his music being played. I don't hear people talking about him. And if they do, it's not in the light that they want you to think. Yeah, it's always about what you see what he did now. That's how we talk about Lil Nas X in the black community. But it is what it is. I had to put the video out there so you can see it. I'll put the link in the description. You gotta stay woke out there. You gotta stay woke. These black celebrities that people seem to look up to, start putting the pieces together. They're not who they say they are, right? They're part of the agenda too. They're not allowed to speak on anything except racism, and it's becoming clear now. It's becoming very evident now. And I think they're starting to get tired of it, because what is the point of having all this money and being successful if you have to still be a peon, a puppet, somebody, bigger than you? If you can't say what you feel, if you have to play narratives all the time, or you have to play the same position all the time, and you can't veer off this way or veer off that way, or speak freely, what's the point? What's the point of having all that money if you're still a puppet, right? But that's my time. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment. I hate being woke, and I'm out.